The art of glass blowing has been practiced for hundreds of years. In Kenya, the art, which partly involves inflating molten glass, is now becoming a familiar practice. Welcome to Kitengela Hot Glass. Sitting on the edge of the Nairobi National Park, the glass studio is synonymous for everything glass. And that is largely down to one man, ANSELM CROZE, a glass blower of great renown who opened his studio over 20 years ago.
I started by falling in love with the difficulty of the medium. It's very magical and hard to do, and instant gratification when you make even a sort of ugly lump, to the difficulty of the craft, and I knew actually from touching it that just because I loved it, that obviously other people are going to like the product.
Coming from a family background of fully fledged artists and designers, ANSELM built this workshop from scratch with 100% recycled materials, a theme that has now become consistent in his line of work.
There's a lot of wastage. Glass is eminently recyclable. You can melt it over and over and over, 10, 15 times if you feel like it. It doesn't degrade, so actually if you throw it away, it just sits there for tens of thousands of years.
This is where the magic happens, inside this 15th century inspired Flemish furnace, where the temperatures are set at 1100 centigrade, the perfect temperature for glass making. Inside, the ceiling is fitted with more than 1,000 glass stars, mirroring a part of the night sky's constellation. It takes at least 4 years for the average person to learn and perfect the mastery of glass blowing. But first, let's take a look at how the experts do it. The process begins at this kiln that is powered by an old engine oil.
The pipes that we use are over here, 1100 degrees, very hot, and we feed 350 kg of scrap glass, and we let it melt overnight. And then tomorrow when we report here, that glass will have gained the right texture for the guys to now use or blow the glass.
A glass blower then uses a blowpipe to gather the molten glass by gently rolling it. He then proceeds to use wet newspaper to shape the glass. Then blows through the pipe to increase the size of the molten glass. After which the glass is shaped further with the help of these wet newspapers. And then a color additive is added to the molten glass. Becoming more visible when immersed back in the kiln. Glass blowers then proceed to shape the mouth of the nearly completed vase. After which it returns to the kiln for one last time.
You have to spin the glass, because if you don't spin it, it is too soft, it will fall. That's why you see him most of the time spinning glass and then balancing this. That's the most difficult thing.
Then spun in the air to acquire its proper shape. And finally, it's put in this cooling oven.
Glass blowing is fascinating worldwide, so to Kenyans, to visitors, we get people from all over the world coming to visit us. So.
Shukri Wachu, K24, Kitengela.